Hello guys, welcome you all to Vedora. So today, beginning with an interesting topic, the hidden layers of Ayurveda, I'm gonna explain about some of the shlokas which I have already been discussed in a previous video about decoding the shlokas and the importance of commentary while reading the Samhitas. As I have told earlier, unless and until we read the commentary, we would not know the various perspectives and concepts implied in a shloka. So, being an Ayurvedic student, we all have to know these concepts in various perspectives for the betterment of our knowledge in the clinical practice. So, today I have just chosen a simple shloka from Ashtanga Hridayam Shutrasthana first chapter. The shloka is the 8 angas of Ayurveda, Ashtangas of Ayurveda. So the shloka goes like this: Kaya bala graha urdvanga shalyadamshtra jaravrishan ashtavangani tasyahu chikitsaha eshu shamshrita. So when you read it as a simple shloka, you just learn it as you have 8 branches in Ayurveda, that is Kaya, Bala, Graha, Urdhvanga, Shalya, Damshtra, Jara and Vishan. And these are in which the various methods of treatments is done in Ayurveda. Yes, so this is what we all of us know. So what the commentators explain about this shloka. Yes guys, in Ashtanga Hridaya we have actually two commentaries mentioned in brief. One is the Sarvanga Sundara Arunadatta's commentary and Ayurveda Rasayana Tika, that is Hematri's commentary. So getting the information from the Sarvanga Sundara commentary by Arunadatta. So these are the perspectives of questions raised by him and explained by him. So he asked, why is Kaya specifically mentioned? When it comes to Chikitsa, we know that it should be like a general treatment. Why is Kaya being specifically mentioned? And he answers that Prakarshartham, the key term here is Prakarshartham, which means to indicate excellence or completeness. Okay, so he is meaning to say here that Kaya does not merely mean the body. What it refers to is actually the complete and the strong dhatus, the properly functioning dosha dhatu and mala, the good bala, the good sattva, and a comparatively developed or the prime state of the body is explained in Kaya. The word Kaya here denotes all these things, which is not actually told in the shloka, but it is interpreted by Arunadatta. So he gives a quotation that Chiyate prashasta dosha dhatu malairiti kayah. So this is what is kaya. Okay. Next, moving on to the next question is that why is Kaya Chikitsa mentioned first? Yes, Kaya Chikitsa is mentioned here because it deals with systemic diseases like Jwara, Rakta Pitta, Tisara, and disorders arising from Ama and Pakvashaya. So these are treated under the Kaya Chikitsa department. Since this is dealing with the disease affecting the whole body, this is given the first position. So Kaya Chikitsa is a comprehensive or systemic treatment. Therefore, we consider it as the first Chikitsa. Even though we do Chikitsa in Kaya only, here Kaya refers to the normal dosha, dhatu and mala. Okay. Moving on to the next question is why Bala Chikitsa is given here. So here children does not possess a full development, right? So their Bala, Dhatu and age related maturity is different when compared to adult. So they should be specially administered with special type of medicines, and Dhatri Dukta is mentioned by Arunadatta in this commentary. So he is giving some remedies that these things can be administered in balas. Okay, so this is the importance of reading the commentary. Diseases arising from milk feeding and then special methods of managing childhood disorders. All these things are being told by him in this commentary. So he's highlighting that the separate branch because the children's dhatu and bala are not fully developed and the treatment differs from the adult. So right after Bala Chikitsa, he goes to the Graha Chikitsa. Why is Graha Chikitsa mentioned right after Bala Chikitsa? Means Yatra Devadi Graha Grihitanam Praninam Shanti Karma Vidiyate. So here he says that it deals with the individuals considered to be affected by grahas with appropriate Shanti Karma and related measures. Why after Bala Chikitsa it is mentioned? First comes the general body treatment, which is the Kaya Chikitsa. Then children. Children are traditionally considered as particularly associated with Graha related disorders. When you go to a Kaumara Britya department, most of the children are having some psychological problems. So there we need the Graha Chikitsa. So Arunadata says that Graha is Graha Chikitsa is indicated after Bala Chikitsa because of this reason only. Okay. So as Graha is having more involvement in children's. Next is the Urdhvanga or the Shalakya. Urdhvanga is the upper part of the body, that is above the clavicular region. This includes Netra, Karna, Grana. Okay. So here, why after Graha Chikitsa this is told? Sharirasya Moola Rakshartham Urdhvanga Chikitsa. So he's telling that the head and its sense organs are extremely important for maintaining the proper functioning of the body. So that's why they're telling it after the Graha Chikitsa. Next is Shalya Chikitsa. Here, what reason he says is Shastra Sadhana Shamanena Shalya Chikitsa. So the treatment using surgical instrument and management or removal of some foreign bodies or pathological material is Shalya Chikitsa. Next is Damshra or the Visha Chikitsa. Here as we know, it is about the poisonous bites and toxic conditions of Sharira. Damshra Vishatmika. Next is, why does Rasayana come after Damshra? Yeah, this is actually an important and interesting logical explanation by Arunadatta. He says that Vishenanu Marane Sambhava Vyamane Rasayana Upayogo Yuktihi. So when toxic condition creates the possibility of severe deterioration and death, the discussion naturally leads towards rasayana, which is associated with what? Preservation and restoration of our vitality. So the commentator is also giving another possible explanation as Vishasya Rasayana Jiyatvat. So the connection may be made because the effect of poison are considered in relation to restorative and rejuvenative measures. Okay. So for one who has consumed poison, after the recovery from the poison, he should be given the Rasayana therapy for bringing back his normal condition. Okay, so you can keep this order like that. Next, coming to Jara, which is equal to Rasayana. Jara here literally does not mean old age or aging process. It is a branch corresponding with Rasayana, which maintains the vitality, promotes longevity, and supports the strength. And also, it counteracts the effect of aging. Next is Vrisha or Vajikarana Chikitsa. Here it is connected with Vrishana or the sexual and reproductive vitality. Vajikaranam Anvichet Shatatam Vishayi Puman. So the purpose is to improve the reproductive capacity and quality where indicated, particularly in case of inadequate reproductive tissue functions. Okay. So why is this particular order maintained in the shloka? Kaya, Bala, Graha, Urdhvanga, Shalya, Damshra, Jara, Vishan. So by now you have got some idea about it. So first we need to know about the general body treatment. Next, the speciality of children treatment. Then moving on to the special traditional disorders, as children are more influenced by Graha related disorders. Next is the head and the neck thing, which consists the important part of our body. Next is the surgery to remove the shalya. Next is the poison, Visha Chikitsa. Then we have the Rasayana Chikitsa. Then the Vajikarana Chikitsa. Next, moving on to the next part of the shloka, that is Ashtavangani Tasyahu Chikitsa Esha Shamshrita. Here the word Chikitsa is denoting a deeper meaning. What it says? It says that the term itself conveys the idea of Vyadi Pratikarak. Okay, so means counteracting or removing the disease. Actually, the word is derived from Krit Pratyaya. Therefore, the commentator is coming to say that it is a classical definition which is need not necessarily to be inserted here because the meaning of chikitsa is already conveyed by the word itself. Okay, so he recalls a famous quotation from Charaka Sutra that Chaturnam Bishakadinam Shashtanam Dhatu Vaikrite Pravruta Dhatu Samyartham Chikitsa iti Abhidiyate. Most of us know this shloka. So Arunadatta is commenting on this shloka also here. He is bringing that shloka in a view for us that Four components of treatment, that is the physician, medicine, and attendant and the patients, are directed towards restoring the Dhatu Samnya. Yes, next commentary by Hemadri. I would conclude it in a short way. If you want it brief, you can ask in the comment box. So here, the Kaya Shabdena Sarvavastam Sarvavayam Cha Shariram Grihyate. Here he says that the word Kaya is the entire body. Okay. So in all stages and all parts collectively he is mentioning. Next, Baladi Shabdais Tasye व avastham vishesha lakshyate. So bala, graha, jara, vrisha indicates specific states and condition. So bala is the first stage of life. Next is urdhvangatva vaya visheshaha. So urdhvanga chikitsa is above the clavicular region. So it is specific to the anatomical regions or the parts. Urdhvangatva avayava visheshaha. Okay. Next, moving on with the shalya chikitsa. Shalyam Vranatvam. So, which is afflicted with wound and injury. Okay. Chikitsa Vyadi Pratikaraka. So, here the word chikitsa means counteraction of the disease, and Anga Avayavaham. Angas are the constituents or the parts and the branches of the Ayurveda. So, I hope that you may get some idea from here why reading commentary is very much essential for all Ayurvedic students. So, even though you have not started right from your first year, just you can continue with me studying like this. I would be posting on such videos regularly from now onwards. So, you can follow the channel for more videos, and you can comment also if you have any suggestions for other shlokas or other topics to be explained. You can give a comment in the comment box. Yes guys, thank you. Do subscribe the channel and follow for more videos. Like the video if you benefited. Thank you.